back in beautiful Mexico City at Martel Studios once again. And today I'm going to be breaking down Shepards Tone, which is part of my EP, dropped on my label Gozer. A bunch of people asked kind of how the whole process was made. Pretty simple, kind of whole thing started on a plane. So we're just going to break it down super quick. Hopefully learn a couple of production tips. Diving into Ableton now. Here you can look at my screen. The whole idea kind of started me on a plane, just playing around. And I had this whole concept of like doing something with a Shepards tone, which basically a Shepards tone is this like concept of an endless riser. It's a really cool concept. And I mean, I use like an actual Shepards tone on my song Magic that I released a couple months ago. But I was thinking like, how can I kind of evolve from that and create like a Shepards tone, or like, you know, have this one sound that like keeps evolving over time. And it's kind of like hypnotic. So I was on Pigments over here kind of looking for something, and I stumbled across, here, I'll show you guys the preset I found without any automations or anything. I think it was called something, yeah, that's Nasty. And basically, this is the sound. Kind of has that cool envelope, pitch envelope. And I was like, yeah, sick. I want to try and make like a whole song out of that. So that's where kind of the inspiration came from. You know, Pigments has some amazing parameters that you can automate. So basically, I was just, here, I'll show you guys all the automations this kind of has. So basically, I just started with that, you know, processed it a little, played with the presets on Pigments. This is the sound that came out of it. Played with the envelope a little bit so like it feels, you know, on time with the BPM. Then I was like, great. Again, this was like on a 4-hour flight. So I was like, how can I just get a quick groove out so I can like play it the next day? And then this is kind of the groove that I ended up coming up with. Super, super simple. It's kind of like a couple more claps, couple top loops. Again, super simple. The whole concept was just like, I want to make something with the sound so I can play it out the next day. Then after I had that and the main like Shepards tone sound, you know, big drone fan. So I ended up finding this little drone that I recorded, you know, in the same key. A little bit of ambience. Then, you know, I love using these like kind of breathy vocals on top. So once I had those two, what else did I add? Let's see. Then I went with the Bassline, which again, super, super simple. I'll play it with just the kick and the tom so you can kind of hear what the Bassline is. And you can kind of see it's basically just, you know, super simple Bassline, no processing on it. And then with the like Shepards sound on top. Then I added some little stabs on top just to kind of keep it interesting. Some processing on that, some distortion, some saturation. Then what else? Then I actually added the lead from Funny enough, that's why I was thinking these two were great in an EP, which is just that one note. I ended up turning it into like a drone. This is kind of like the preset on the Mini. Again, just kind of keeps building out the ambience. I love the drones. Some effects. And then, you know, what kind of tied it all together, which is really funny, I was just like looking for more like breathy vocals on top, was this yo sound. Yeah! Which pretty sure it's like from a trap pack. Nothing crazy. Then again, some other like hat loops that I used in kind of made these was just like some noise, automating the volume on them. A big bass stab on the one with like a little bit of, this little thing is a great trick, the dirt and grit. It's just like a Redux preset from Ableton. Everyone has it. It's really good to like make stuff pop. You know, on the one, that's the processing. And after that, again, the whole thing was like, how can I create, now that I have like the whole track made with the actual like Shepherd or like room sound, whatever you want to call it. I was like, how can I keep it interesting and keep it like dynamic? So like you always hear it, but it kind of gets lost. So like that's where the automations really come into play. You can see there's so many automations on this. Portal is a big one. Kind of does these like weird delays on it. Kind of keeps it interesting. I actually doubled it, and then just this one is just a higher octave since it was in mono and together. What else? Some Endless Smile, again, Dirt and Grit. This is such a good one. Just like distorts it before the drops. On the actual like each pigment channel, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I'm doing cutoff, and again, a really good tip is like in the breakdowns, kind of just increasing the release, so you get that like opening feeling, and then it becomes super tight again. Same with the cutoff, you know, kind of playing it before in the build-ups before the drops, and yeah, I guess that's kind of the whole thing. It's such a simple project file. There's not that many things going on, as you can see. And again, I think what was really cool about this was the idea of like finding one sound and having it evolve over time. And yeah, super happy with the result. I think a lot of people are enjoying playing it. And again, this says V4 here, but I think this was like, I just did some like very simple tweaks to it. Nothing crazy. It's pretty much the same thing. Again, you can kind of see how simple it is, but that's kind of the power of finding a very cool concept and just like elaborating on it instead of focusing on so much of the little details, just focusing on like the grand idea. So yeah, that's how you make a
Shepards Tone.
Shepards Tone. Wow.